Hola chicas, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video, this time a full makeup tutorial on a Valentine's Day with a twist. I really like how this makeup came out. I love the colors that I use, and I love the little twist here with the blue and the turquoise, you know, completely something completely different. I've never done this for Valentine's, but this is definitely a look that I will use for Valentine's, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope you try it as well. It's not really that complicated. The only thing is that I did use 3 different palettes for the eye makeup, so that's the only thing that, you know, I couldn't really get away from. But other than that, it's very easy to create, I believe, you know, as long as you have the right tools and you follow the video, you will be able to create this video. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like it. Before we get into the video, I just want to quickly tell you, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos and you can have fun with me. If you don't follow me on social media, I will link my information down below for you guys to follow me if you want to be part of my crazy life. You guys know I also do tutorials on Snapchat, on Instagram, and I do Facebook lives, makeup tutorials on my Facebook group, which I will leave all the information down below. I also post pictures of nails because I also do nails on the side. So if you guys like nails, makeup, definitely follow my social media so you don't miss out on anything. Now, enough rambling, let's get started with this video. Okay, so let's get started right away. And first of all, we're going to moisturize our skin, and I'm going to use my Mary Kay Age Defining Moisturizer, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to rub it all over. And now that I've moisturized my skin, I'm going to go ahead and use the L'Oreal Magic Lumi, which is this baby right here. And I like to shake it before I apply it. And this is a primer. And because I like to apply something thick for my pores or silicone base, I'm going to go ahead and use my Tarte. This is the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer right here. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that only on my T-zone area. Okay, and now that we've done that, we can go ahead and start applying our foundation. I am going to use today the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer Foundation. I really like this one. It's very full coverage. After I've applied that everywhere I want, I'm going to go ahead and start with my beauty blender, and I'm going to just blend everything in place. And now that we have blended that the way we want it, I am going to go ahead and start applying my concealer. I'm going to go ahead and start using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So I am going to apply that underneath my eyes. And once again, with the same beauty blender, I'm going to go ahead and blend everything in place. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and set everything in place with a powder. Always set everything with a powder once you've applied all of your liquids. Okay, this is going to help the makeup stay on longer. It's going to prevent creasing, which we don't want our makeup going into our fine lines or wrinkles or pores, none of that. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Tarte Smooth Operator Powder. This is the pressed powder. I love the finish. This powder leaves my face looking so smooth, just like the name. Absolutely love it and highly recommend it. So I'm just going to take a big powder brush, and I'm just going to press this powder on my skin. Especially on the area I just applied that concealer, because I really want to make sure it doesn't crease. Okay, so now that we've done that, I am going to go ahead and lightly contour my skin, my face. And I'm going to use this Wet n Wild contouring palette. I have never used this before. It's new on my channel. I just purchased it a day or two ago, so I'm going to go ahead and try it and see how I like it. It is very warm tone, the contour, and this is very yellow, so it should be good for covering and for contouring. For my skin, I do like warm contours versus cool tones better, so let's just see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and get my contour brush, which you guys know I like this Morphe brush right here. I did notice right away that it is very, very creamy. It does pick up a lot of product right away, a lot. So let's see how I like it. Okay, so I do like it. I do like how it looks. I did pick up a little bit too much on this one. So I would not be doing that again. But other than that, I do like how it looks. I do like the warmth it brings to my face and how it contours. So yeah, so I'm just going to clean up this contour down here. I am going to be applying some of my Fit Me setting powder. And I'm just grabbing a foundation brush. Just to clean it up some more. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the highlighter for today, which we're going to be using this e.l.f. highlighter right here in the shade Blush Gems. And I'm just taking my Morphe brush and I'm just going to apply it. This is very natural. It's not too pigmented. It's not very extreme. So if you want something kind of subtle, go ahead and you can use one of these e.l.f. highlighters. But if you want to be glowing, then I do not recommend this one. Okay, so I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to go back to my palette. I already know it's very pigmented, so I'm just going to do a quick dab and remove the excess, and I'm going to go ahead and contour. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and apply my blush, and I'm going to be using this one from Hickory. It's a very pink blush, so I'm only going to apply a little bit because I don't want it to be too much on my skin. And I'm actually going to take this flat brush right here, just tap it in there real quick, remove the excess, and here we go again. So our face is basically done. Before I move on to our eyeshadows, I'm going to go ahead and apply some of my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1, which is very good when you apply all these powders. So now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyeshadow, right? So this is going to be, as I said before, a Valentine's makeup look. So I am going to use, I believe, 3 palettes. So sorry about that. So I want to use this Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia. This is an oldie but a goodie. Okay, if you guys don't have this palette, you really need to have it. You can go from day to night with this palette in no time. You can create very natural looks, but also very dramatic looks with that. I will also be using my Jaclyn Hill palette. Please don't look at how messy it is right now. I do not like the packaging for that same reason. And I'm also going to be using the Saharan by Juvia's palette, which is one of my newest babies, and I am in love with this palette. The pigmentation is unreal. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my primer. I'm using my Mary Kay primer. You guys know I love this primer, not only because of the price range, but because it really helps my eyeshadow stay in place all day. So let's go ahead and get started with our first transition color, which is going to be from this palette right here. And I'm going to take this yellowy mustard color right here. I don't have the names. My palette did not come with the names as it should have. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that color, and that's going to be our transition. And I'm really going to move this, place this really high up on my eye, not only on the crease, but I'm also going to be moving it up with the brush closer to the brow bone. Okay, and before we continue with the color, I'm going to go ahead and do a technique that I actually learned from a video from Jaclyn Hill. If you don't know who Jaclyn Hill is, I don't know where you've been, because she is huge on YouTube. She does amazing work. So I am going to go ahead and clean up the corner of my eye with some loose powder. So when I remove the powder, every eyeshadow that I've applied, it'll have like a cut, you know, a clean cut at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it here. I need a lot more. So by doing this, that's basically as far as my eyeshadow it's going to go. So now that I've applied that one, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to take the color Bon Fresco, which is this mauvey pink right here. It's a matte color, not shimmery at all. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that with another blending brush, and it's going to be more focused on the crease. That's why I wanted to do the other one higher up. Okay, so now that we've applied that one, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the color Love Letter, which is a very hot pink kind of color. Again, very pigmented, so we want to be careful with those colors because they can pretty much damage our face. And I'm just doing tapping motions. And I'm taking it just to about half of my eye, because we're going to be applying other colors. So now I'm going to go back to that Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go into this purple shade right here. And this purple shade is going to be what I'm going to apply on the outer, on the other half of my eye. Not really the outer, but more of the other half. And again, tapping motion. I'm not sure how pigmented this color is. Right now it's not giving me any kind of pigmentation. So it's not giving me much pigmentation right now. So I'm going to go ahead and wet my brush with the same setting spray. There we go. And now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and apply take another brush, and I'm going to go back into that Love Letter from Anastasia, and I'm going to kind of clean this up a bit and blend everything together at the same time. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and take that brush that we used first with that mauvey shade, and I'm going to go ahead and blend it, especially in that purple part, because it looks very harsh. So now that we've done that, we're going to, before we apply the brow bone color, we're going to go ahead and take this off and kind of focus on the lash line, because I want this to be very smoky. And look at this. That's exactly what I wanted. So I don't have any huge cleanup I have to do except for this fallout right here. We're going to go ahead and do our lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that mauvey shade. I'm not really going into that first shade I used. And I'm really bringing it down. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and take another brush, and I'm going to use that, I'm going to take this flat angle brush, and I'm going to dip it in that purple shade. It's on the outer part. And now we're going to do the inner part of the lower lash line, and this is where we're going to have fun, because we're not going to use the pink, we're not going to use the mauvey pink or none of the colors that we've already used on the upper eye. We're going to go ahead and take a whole different color. So I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and apply this shade right here. Again, from that same palette, I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here, and I'm going to apply that. So this is like a turquoise green kind of color. So I'm going to take the same brush that I've already cleaned, and I'm going to start applying it on the inner. Now I'm going to take that same brush that I used. I'm going to take a smaller brush for the purple. So I'm just going to take this small blending brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend everything. Love that shade. And now we're going to go ahead and do our inner highlight. So I'm going to take this color right here. This color in the corner, which is like a satin color, and I'm going to apply it on our inner corner. Most likely that's also going to be our brow highlight, brow bone. Amazing. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera. You guys have seen me doing this a million times. I also have a video on step-by-step how to do your eyebrows. If you haven't done it, go watch it. I will link the information down below, but for now I'm going to go ahead and do them off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my eyebrows, and I'm going to go ahead and apply eyeliner on my waterline. So I'm going to use this Urban Decay 24/7 waterline eyeliner. That I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner, and I'm going to use my Mary Kay gel liner. I want a really dramatic and beautiful wing line, and I have the time. I tend to go for the gel liner because I love the finish more than the regular liquid liner. But again, it's only when I have the time because I do take longer doing it. So that's as far as I'm going to go with the gel liner. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my false lashes off camera, and then I'll be back to apply my lipstick, which I am in love with this lipstick. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've applied my lashes. They're a little wet, and this one is getting on my last nerve, but let's ignore that for now. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara. So that I'm going to use the new Maybelline Total Temptation. I am loving this mascara. Highly, highly recommend it. If you guys have if your eyelashes are not long and they're sparse, you just don't have a lot of volume in them, love this mascara. Highly, highly recommend it. And I'm just using it at the base where my natural lashes are, just so they can blend because my natural lashes are blonde. So if I don't, you won't be able to see them. So now that we're done with that, and this lash is really getting on my nerves, let's ignore that. Now that we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and apply our lip liner, which I'm going to use this Lippy from ColourPop. Trust me, it's the shade. It's just a red shade. So now we're going to go ahead and apply the Fenty Beauty red lipstick. Her liquid lipstick. It's amazing. I already tried it at work one day, and it is so long lasting. So one swipe and I'm done. Look at this shade. Look at the red. You can definitely go with a nude lip for this eye look because it's so bold. But I just wanted to try this one on camera for you guys. What I love the most about this liquid lipstick is that once it is dry, it doesn't feel like you have lipstick on. It feels like you've applied, it almost feels powdery, but not powdery to where it will bother you. Just perfection powdery, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I absolutely love this color. Not only the shade, I mean, it's a beautiful beautiful red, perfect for any kind of makeup look, but just the way it feels and the way it lasts and the way it lasts throughout the day. It's just one of those products that you must have. So this is the final product, girls. I really do hope you like this makeup tutorial, especially for Valentine's Day. I wanted to do something including some pinks, you know, for Valentine's, but also kind of like a twist, you know. That might be what I named this video, because, you know, we typically for Valentine's we think about reds and pinks and all that, but there's so many other shades out there that you can use for Valentine's and make it beautiful. So I just wanted you guys to see this makeup look, you know, again, Valentine's Day with a twist. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try it. If you do, please send me your pictures, tag me on your pictures, and I cannot wait to see you guys on my next video, which will also be a Valentine's video, just different shades, different colors, different ideas for you guys to come up with to play with on Valentine's Day. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next one.